a comment in regards to the higher echelon of the NMI and the higher echelon of Guam. There's a transition going on. The old is leaving us, and the new is coming in. And the old is so non-productive that we have to start thinking of the children and the grandchildren, because the infrastructure that we have today is detrimental for our self-existence. And it must be changed soon. And by doing so, we will bring our brothers and sisters in the mainland back to their homeland. Because the opportunity and the serenity is going to be here, not over there.
Well, you know, it's one thing to have, you know, 40,000 pissed off Chamorros in Guam. It's another thing to have 96 to 100,000 pissed off Chamorros in the States. Okay, that's two different creatures that you're dealing with, even though they're all Chamorros. But our infrastructure, like I said, poor choices have been made. Poor decisions have been made, both here and in the NMI. There's no doubt about that. History is pretty clear. Things that should have been done were not done. Things that were supposed to be done were not done. And things that weren't supposed to be done were. Okay? Poor decisions have been made. That doesn't mean that we cannot turn around and make proper decisions in the future. That doesn't mean that we don't have the ability to make the right decision.
No, my question is this: the distortion and the chaos, even in Title 25 in the definition, lack of acknowledgement, the definitive laws that distort us. You used the word earlier that I'm sure falls under the NSA. What is that word? Assimilation?
Benevolent assimilation.
Okay, that sounds like a very big word to me. It sounds like this whole thing is pornography or staged to distort everything from the law, how we live, how we combat each other.
Of course it is.
That's got to stop. It's got to stop soon.
Of course.
That's
benevolent assimilation. Well, one of the reasons why our leaders have been making the wrong decisions is because they've been advised to make the wrong decisions, because it does fall into the benevolent assimilation process. If we made the right decisions all the time, then there wouldn't be any conflict amongst us, amongst each other. We would not be a divided people, a divided race. Okay? But when we have leaders that succumb to the different pressures and to the different things that are offered to them, and make the wrong decisions based on that rather than what is most beneficial for our people, then we fold right into the benevolent assimilation. Where
those leaders have made a lot of money off of the people. You know, your normal common man here is getting screwed by these leaders.
Well, when you have intelligence operatives that were stationed out here throughout the entire Micronesia region, over 600 intelligence operatives were stationed out here. Okay, including here in Guam and in NMI. They were stationed in the education field. They were stationed in the legal field. They were stationed in the media field. And they were not just here to gather intelligence. They were here to influence and steer the local governments. That's why I say our leaders got some bad advice. You know, when you're a governor and you call up your attorney and you want some legal counsel, and your attorney tells you what the United States government wants you to do rather than what is the best way to approach a law, then you're going to follow your attorney's advice, not knowing that your attorney was an agent of Operation Echelon. Okay? So we were misguided. And we didn't even know we were being misguided by our benevolent benefactors.
Well, you know, it's to my opinion, it's all about self-interest as opposed to us people. That's the problem. That's what the definition called. Is there they only want to benefit themselves and their self-interest, and not the interest of the people that I want. That's what I think.
Okay, well, you're one of the younger generation. Leadership will one day be in your hands. Okay, my best recommendation to you is don't vote for people like that. Okay, no matter how well they speak, don't vote for people like that. Of course, of course.
When you get an office that has all the power and the security, and that's when they'll change.
Take a look at their lifestyle and take a look at their family. It will tell you a lot about a person.
Looking back in the 50s, Frank, going to school, we're losing our culture because I felt that, because we were never taught our own language.
Well, we were restricted from learning our
right.
language. We were restricted from speaking our language.
That's right.
We were fined if we spoke our language.
That's right. You're right. But the point here is, what I'm saying is, why didn't the Chamorro people fight for this and try to maintain the tribe? That's what they want. And it's good that you're coming about on doing this, because I feel that the people, our people, the Chamorro people, are leaving the island because there's nothing, there's no future here.
This option was not available to us until 1995.
And that's too sad. That's sad.
Okay, it was not available to us until 1995.
That is sad. For me to hear this, I hope that some more people will actually look back and say, let's get together and be one family. And let's go back to